When you look at John Travolta, what do you see? For most of the world, he is the ultimate symbol of Hollywood glory. He is the king of the dance floor in Saturday Night Fever. He is the cool rebel in Grease. He is the superstar with the $1 million smile on every red carpet. For over 50 years, his face has represented joy, energy, and success. But that is only one half of the story. If you look closer at John Travolta in 2025, you will see a completely different man. At 71 years old, the lights have dimmed, the cheering crowds are gone. Today, John lives a quiet life in Florida, often surrounded not by co-stars, but by silence. This is the double life that he has lived for decades, a public legend on the outside, and a grieving survivor on the inside. While the world saw him as an untouchable icon, fate was cruel to him behind closed doors. He is a man who has outlived almost everyone he truly loved. He lost his girlfriend, Diana Hyland, to cancer. He lost his mother to the same disease. He held his 16-year-old son, Jett, as he took his last breath. And recently, he had to say goodbye to his wife of nearly 30 years, Kelly Preston. The contrast is heartbreaking. On screen, he played characters who were invincible. Off screen, he was constantly planning funerals for his loved ones. This video explores the side of John Travolta that the cameras rarely capture. It is not about his movies or his awards. It is about the tragic reality of a man who gave the world so much happiness, while carrying a heart full of sorrow. This is the story of the star you know, and the lonely man you don't. If you are moved by John's journey and want to support our channel in telling these hidden stories, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe. It means the world to us. Now, let's turn back the clock to where it all began. The era when a young John Travolta conquered the world, only to realize that fame could not protect him from his first devastating loss. Part 1. The Disco King and the Hidden Pain, 1970s to 1980s. To the public, the late 1970s belonged to John Travolta. With Saturday Night Fever, he was the biggest star on the planet. But while the world celebrated his success, John was living through a nightmare. Just as his fame exploded, John found his soulmate in actress Diana Hyland. Despite being 18 years older, she was the love of his life, and they planned to marry. But tragedy struck fast. In March 1977, Diana died of breast cancer in John's arms. She was only 41. Hollywood didn't let him stop to grieve. He had to film Grease immediately. This is where the mask came on. When you see Danny Zuko singing and smiling, you are looking at a heartbroken young man who struggled just to get out of bed. The universe wasn't finished. Less than 2 years later, cancer returned to claim his mother, Helen, the most important woman in his life. By the time the 1980s began, John was a global superstar, but he was incredibly lonely. At just 24, he had the world at his feet, but he had lost his entire support system. The higher he climbed, the emptier his life became. If you are finding this story touching, please subscribe to our channel to see more stories about the real humans behind the Hollywood legends. John thought he had endured the worst pain possible, but as he entered the 90s and became a father, fate was preparing a cruel twist that would shatter his heart completely. Part 2. The Curse of Fate. Career peak swapped for the tragedy of losing a child, 1990s-2009. In the 1990s, John defied the odds. With Pulp Fiction, he didn't just return to Hollywood, he became a legend all over again. He also found his soulmate in Kelly Preston, and together they welcomed their first son, Jett. Jett was John's entire world. For a moment, life seemed perfect. But fate demanded a cruel price for this happiness. On January 2, 2009, during a family vacation in the Bahamas, the unthinkable happened. Jett suffered a violent seizure in the bathroom and hit his head. John ran to him. For minutes that felt like eternity, the world-famous actor desperately performed CPR, trying to breathe life back into his own child. But it was too late. Jett died in his father's arms. He was only 16. The pain was absolute. John later confessed, "It was the worst thing that's ever happened. I didn't know if I was going to make it." The irony was bitter. He was one of the most powerful men in Hollywood. Yet he was completely powerless to save the person he loved most. At the funeral, the superstar vanished. All that remained was a broken father burying his son. The curse had returned, and this time, it took the light of his life. Part 3. The Fall of the Last Fortress. Goodbye Kelly Preston and the Chain of Grief. 2010–2022. The birth of his son Benjamin gave the family a reason to breathe again after Jett's death. But in 2020, the final fortress of John's life collapsed. Kelly Preston, his wife of nearly 30 years, the woman who held him up when he couldn't stand, lost a secret 2-year battle with breast cancer. It was a cruel repetition of history, the same disease that took his first love, Diana, and his mother had now returned to take his wife. For 2 years, John lived the ultimate double life, working and smiling in public, while secretly becoming a nurse for his dying wife at home. When she passed, the silence in his house was deafening. He was no longer a superstar. He was a widower trying to explain to his children why mom wasn't coming back. But the Reaper wasn't finished. In 2022, the shadows grew longer. Cancer struck again, taking his legendary co-stars Olivia Newton-John and Kirstie Alley, followed by his brother Sam. Within months, John became the last survivor of his own era. He stood alone, surrounded by the ghosts of everyone who had ever held his hand. Part 4. John Travolta, 2025, The Survivor's Piece. In 2025, at 71, John Travolta has traded the noise of Hollywood for the quiet of his Florida home. He is no longer chasing the next blockbuster. He is dedicated entirely to Ella and Benjamin. Whether he is piloting a plane or simply having dinner with his kids, he is a man who has finally found peace in the present moment. But make no mistake, the scars remain. He walks with the memory of 4 great loves, Diana, his mother, Jett, and Kelly. Yet, he refuses to be defined by tragedy. He chooses to be defined by his endurance. His life offers us a powerful lesson. Survival is not about avoiding pain, but learning to carry it without losing your ability to love. John teaches us that even when the world takes everything from you, you still have a choice. You can let the darkness consume you, or you can be the light for those who are left. John chose the light, and that is why, after all these years, he is still a hero. What do you think is John Travolta's greatest role? The movie star or the father who survived? Let us know in the comments below. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe to support our channel. Thank you for watching.